Thank you for joining in today. We're happy to have you all here, and we know a lot of people will still join as we progress with the webinar. So for those who made it early, we're glad to have you here with us. Welcome to today's webinar. So permit me to quickly share my screen. I hope you can all see my screen. If you can see my screen, please chat in the chat room that you can see my screen. So we'll make sure everybody is carried along. Okay, let me check the chat room. If you can see my screen, please indicate in the chat room that you can see my screen. Oh, great. Okay, thank you very much, Olawale Matthew. Okay. Thank you very much. All right, so good morning and welcome to today's webinar. And this webinar is organized by Transformation College of Business and Technology. And we will be taking you on the topic Mastering Artificial Intelligence, Unlocking Business Potential. Okay, upscaling your business with the use of AI. Okay, so briefly who we are, Transformation College of Business and Technology is an NGO college that offers National Innovation Diploma certificates on several courses to SSC graduates, NYSC members, university graduates, and even professionals in their field of study who wish to diversify their skill sets and knowledge within Nigeria and beyond. And we have 4 major courses that we offer: networking and system security, business informatics, computer software engineering, and environmental and safety management. Now, our core course that we are so passionate about is business informatics, and that is why for the 2023-2024 academic session, we kicked off with business informatics since this year, January. And our mission is simply to raise a generation of highly skilled professionals. Now, on today's webinar, it is open to the general public, not just to our students alone. And that is because we are passionate about helping people, not just our students alone, to develop skills, professional skills that would help them in their personal lives and business. And our vision is to be the #1 educational institution in West Africa with regard to equipping people with transformational knowledge, skills, and capabilities. Okay, and our core values are knowledge, excellence, and skills. For short, we call it CARES. All right, so like I mentioned earlier, we have kicked off with the 2023-2024 academic session on business informatics. However, we still left the admission link open. We are still admitting more students because we keep getting requests that, oh, since we offer free education, tuition, this is completely tuition free. Our college offers 100% tuition-free education to our students. And that is why we decided to keep the admission window open to get more students, to reach more students and help them. Those people or students whose parents cannot afford their tuition, or you as an individual, you wish to further your education or acquire additional skill set and knowledge, and you do not have the funds to do so, register at Transformation College. And of course, at the end of your 2 years of studies, you would obtain a National Innovation Diploma certificate, okay? And aside that, we are affiliated or a partner with Microsoft. And that is why even while you're studying with us, you also have the opportunity of taking some Microsoft certification exams, okay? So after your 2 years of study at Transformation College, because we ensure that as you are studying, you are also trying your hands on solving real life problems with our industry partners. By the time you graduate after 2 years, you already you already have gathered 2 years work experience. So this is very dear to our heart, to make sure that by the time you're graduating, you have a 2-year work experience. You don't need to go back. You don't need to go back to the to look for where to acquire some skill sets to be able to fit into the workforce of today. No, we are actually reinventing education with our unique educational, unique approach to education. And this is one good thing about us. Like we've promised our students, the best graduating students or the student with the highest grade or the best student from 2024 first semester, which is still ongoing, the best student or students will be offered a paid provisional employment. So you see how passionate we are towards generating or training students to be professionals in their field. So even while we are taking you on the curriculum, we also ensure that you get the skill set that you require. So even in this webinar today, in as much as it is free, we would also take you on some practical tips on how to maximize the benefits of AI. So without further waste of time, I would like to introduce our trainer and our speaker for today in the name Tonye Onya Nabo, right? I hope I pronounced that correctly. So let's meet Mr. Tonye. He's a convener of Transcend Niger, and he is an accomplished figure with a rich background in academia and a knack for practical application, serves as a driving force behind Transcend Niger. Okay, so with a portfolio that includes contributing to academic discourse through published papers, he also brings a unique blend of scholarly wisdom and real-world experience, having navigated various facets of the banking industry, from microfinance to commercial and merchant banks. He has honed a keen understanding of business dynamics. He's a pragmatic, progressive advocate for accelerationism, firmly believing in the tremendous good that AI can bring to our species. Yet, he remains cognizant of the inherent risks and challenges approaching progress with a balanced and pragmatic perspective. In sharing insight on AI, he aims to bridge the gap between theory and practice, providing audience with a holistic understanding of this transformative technology. Join Tonye today on a journey to explore the vast possibilities that AI holds in our collective future. Ladies and gentlemen, you can put in the chat room your round of applause as I welcome Mr. Tonye to take over. Mr. Tonye, you're welcome to join us today. Thank you for joining us. Over to you now. You can please share your screen.
I'm muted. Good morning. Can you all hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay, good morning. My name is Tonye. I'm glad to be on here. It's good to hear you. Edith, good morning. It's good to see you finally. It's good to put a face to.
Good morning.
We've been in
Yes,
constant
good to see your
communication,
face as
speaking
well.
and talking and trying to,
That's right.
get all of these
We're
things
leveraging technology, so you can be far away from me and we communicate. That's the good aspect of
that's the
technology, right?
Okay. Good morning once again, everybody. I'm happy to be here. I'll take a cue from Edith. I would like to say a few things before I begin the class. I promise you that the class is not going to be a long class. It's not going to be where I come and I talk everything. I say so much things. I'm not that kind of person. I like to go straight to the point and I like to get things done. Can you all see my screen?
Not yet. Not yet.
How about now? Can you all see my screen?
No, not yet, please.
Okay, I'm sharing my screen. Okay, how about now?
It's coming up. Yeah, it's coming up. Okay. Yes, we can see your screen now.
Yes, see my screen now. Okay, no problem. So let's get onto it. As I said earlier, I'd like to take a cue from Edith and give a brief introduction. To begin with, I am really, really happy and I'm really, really proud to be here. I'm happy that I'm working in an NGO like Transformation College because your goals and your visions align with mine. I'm happy that for once we have Nigerian-made companies, Nigerian homegrown companies that have their eyes set on the future and are doing things that are providing value for our citizens and especially our younger population. I am very, very happy. I must commend the leadership of Transformation College for what they are doing. I must commend them for the vision it takes to see how AI is going to impact our generation and how they are trying to train the new set of people that are coming up. I am very, very happy about that. I wish them all the best, and I promise to keep on doing what I can to support the vision and the goal. Today, we are speaking on what all of us hear about today, AI, AI, AI. There's nobody today that knows about AI. And I'm sure that everybody keeps thinking, is this a hype? What is this? Is this a hype? Most people feel just like the way the NFTs came and the bubble went up and came down. Everybody's thinking, is this also a hype? I'm here to tell you that contrary to what most of you feel, AI is not a hype. AI is real, AI is here to stay, and AI is here to change our lives. So in today's session, I will quickly run us through how you as an entrepreneur and as a student can leverage on AI to make your goals, your aspirations possible. So I will take you through this session. It's not going to be long and lengthy. I like to go straight to the point and make you understand what I'm talking about. Ab initio, before we go into what AI does, I'd like to give us a very short background of what AI is. Basically, as we all know, AI is basically artificial intelligence. It means that the machines are now intelligent. The machines can now do things that before we used to feel that only human beings could do them. Now, the thing is that a good number of us use AI in our past lives, but we don't know it. A perfect example of this would be on our phones. Most of us remember that on our WhatsApp, we have this predictive texting that after a while, when you use a certain word in a certain way, your phone begins to predict it. Now, that is basically how the AI system works. So basically, computer scientists built what we call a neural network. A neural network is basically a replica of the human brain on a machine. So they built a neural network that's like, let's call it a computer brain. And then they feed this computer brain with vast amounts of data. They feed it with all the information they want to feed it on. So once they feed it on the information, the AI system now, the neural network now has this information in it. Then they begin to ask it questions based on what they fed it. So that is basically AI. There's no magic. There's no big story to it. That is it at the bottom line. So in a nutshell, the AI system is only as good as the data that comes in, and it's only as good as how it is being utilized. So that is what I would like us to know ab initio. It is basically statistics, knowing what comes next after this, knowing what comes next after that. Now, you might feel that what is so important to know what comes next after this? But if you understand that human beings are creatures of habits and patterns, you begin to understand how it is, how it works. For example, if I say I am the most next thing that should be the probable next word would be I am a boy, or I am a girl, or I am alive. So, but by the time the AI system sees that 3 times in the past you said I am a boy, it begins to predict that the next word that comes after it will be I am a boy. So I would like us to take note of all these explanations I'm giving right now. So by the time we delve into how it works for businesses, you are not overtly lost. Can you all hear me, please? Hello? Hello?
Yes, very loud and clear.
Okay. Okay, so thank you very much. So let's begin. So as I said earlier, we're unlocking business potential on how AI transforms entrepreneurship. Now, why is the entrepreneurship? Why are we talking about the entrepreneurship? Why are we not talking about how AI would transform you for your work? Now, the thing is this, as you heard in my profile, I am a pragmatic progressive. I am also a solutionist. That means I'm one of those people that strongly believe that we should roll out AI tools. We should have it democratized. Everybody should have access to it. It is not fair. It is not nice that certain people would have control of these tools while the rest of us do not have access to it. It will lead to serious inequalities in the society. So I strongly believe that we all should have access to these tools. We all should learn how these tools work, and we all should be business owners. The business model of the future is going to change from business to customers, from businesses to businesses. So it is imperative and pertinent that all of us learn how to use this tool for our personal businesses. Now, I understand that some of us here are young people. We are feeling that, okay, once I learn these skills, I'm going to get a job somewhere. I am sorry to burst your bubble. You're not just learning these skills to go and work somewhere. You are learning these skills to achieve your own personal dreams. I strongly believe that everybody has his own dreams. Everybody has something that wakes him up in the morning. And here is that tool that can make us achieve those goals. So let's go in together and let us see what it is. So as I said, we'll be exploring the practical applications of AI in boosting business efficiencies and decision making. And I promise you that by the end of this session, you'll have a better understanding of how to use AI for your personal businesses. And even if you don't have any business at the moment, my goal and my belief and my dream for coming here today is at the end of this session that you are spurred to go the extra mile to get your own business for yourself. So the next slide, AI in business. Why should we care? It's a very important question. I understand that we are human beings. I understand that we are human beings, as I said, and we are inherently selfish. So you ask, okay, I keep hearing AI, AI, AI. Why? Why should I bother? How does it affect me? I'm just Femi in Shomolu, or I'm just Yinka in Mushi. How does AI affect me where I am? Well, as you can see on the slide, there are four important reasons. First of all, it's a game changer. AI is the biggest technology revolution of our times. Historians will tell us that history repeats itself, and they are usually what we call turnings. The last time we had a turning like this in the history of mankind was around some 75 to 80 years ago, when we brought about the nuclear weapons. And students of history and politics would understand how much the advent of nuclear weapons have changed how humans relate, have changed how the world relates. Now, AI is the new nuclear weapon. It's a game changer. Things are going to change. How we operate, how we live, our personal lives, our official lives, our relationships with human beings are going to change. So it is imperative that we have an understanding of these changes and we take advantage of them for our benefit. Another reason why you'd care is because of the predictive capabilities of AI. If you remember when I was trying to explain why AI is AI, I said it that it can predict based on the data you give to it. And once you understand that human beings are creatures of habits and patterns, it gives you a better insight into how to plan your movement as a business person. In addition to that, AI also improves efficiency. What do you mean by efficiency? The rote tasks, the routine tasks, the mundane tasks that as a human being, it can be tiring to do. AI makes it easier to get those things done at the higher level of efficiency and reduces errors. I'm sure that some of you have maybe dabbled around, they have used ChatGPT a lot, and you will notice how efficient it is at getting things done, how it does not complain, how it does not have issues, how it does not tell you I'm tired, because after all, it's a machine. And last but not the least, we're talking about the competitive advantage it gives you. As I said earlier, that AI is the nuclear weapon of this age. Students of people that I'm very sure most of us read the news, and just like I think 2 days ago, Vladimir Putin of Russia said something. He said Russia will not hesitate to use nuclear weapons to defend the interest of Russia. Now, what does that mean? It means that I have a nuclear weapon. I have the ability to unleash the sun on the power of the sun on your cities. That is the reason why every country now tries to get their nuclear weapons. That's why you see that there's an issue between Iran and the US, because the US is not sure that if Iran gets a nuclear weapon, they'll be responsible about it. That's the reason why North Korea is trying to get a nuclear weapon too, because they feel once they have it, it will serve as a deterrent to everybody. So that causes what we call the global arms race. In the exact same replica, AI is about to cause another global arms race, because whoever has AI is going to stay ahead of the curve. Whoever has AI is going to stay ahead of his competition, because imagine you have the data of all your customers. You can predict when your customers will buy goods. You can predict when your customers will not buy this. You can predict from the get-go what your customers will like, because you have this data. It means that you have advantage over your competition in the business that are just doing guesswork, that are saying, okay, I feel my customers might like this. I feel my customers might like that. Because you have a tool that has the ability to make predictions using vast amounts of data, you have a very, very big advantage over them. So it is imperative that we all understand this right now before it becomes global knowledge. And by that time, it will be difficult to carve out niches. So I would like us to bear in mind why we should care about AI and its importance for our businesses. One, it's a game changer. Two, it can carry out immensely accurate predictive capabilities. Three, it improves efficiency. I will not lie to you, it makes things easier. It makes doing difficult things simpler. And last but not the least, because of the competitive advantage it gives you. A good example is this. If you notice that you probably use, I'm very sure that most of us here use ChatGPT. I would like to use ChatGPT and the likes. There are a whole lot of AI tools out there, but the most popular ones that most of us know are ChatGPT, Gemini, Cloud by Anthropic, and the likes. There's also Mistral from France. But these are those regular AI tools and closed source tools. There are also open source tools that people use, and I'm telling you that you can do really great things with them. So let's move on to the next slide. Can you all see my screen? Hello?
Yes, we can. Yes,
Okay,
we
so
can.
okay, so now to the next slide. As I said earlier, the business world is an AI revolution. So we're going to we use AI right now to automate repetitive tasks. Now, most of us know that our jobs at work are not overtly creative tasks. You know that when you come to work in the morning, if you're an employee, there are things you have to do. There are things that you must do every day, whether or not you like it. Let us say, for example, you're a customer service person. You know, once you come to work in the morning, you must check your meals. You must reply to the meals. Now, there's nothing really different that you do, that you go to your SOP or standard operating procedures. You act based on what is in line with policy. But with AI, instead of having a human being do the same thing over and over and over again that causes mistakes, you can use AI to automate those repetitive tasks. Chief in question is customer service. As a customer service person, they really don't do anything so extraordinary. They're customer service persons for an institution. They have products that the institution is selling. They are, whether or not you like it, they are regular questions that the customers would always ask you. With AI, as a small business owner, you can automate these taxes. You can let these AI tools do them for you. And what does this do for you as a small business owner? It gives you leverage that you can take on even the giants of your industry. Another one important thing again that we can do with it is to unlock data-driven insights. I am happy that you are students of an institution that teaches technology. And I'm sure we've all heard a new phrase, data is the new oil. If you don't know, you can't act. And if you don't act well, you lose money. So I'll be giving examples as a small business owner so that we can all key into these things. What do I mean by unlock data-driven insights? Let's say you're a small business owner right now, and you probably sell handbags for ladies. And you're thinking, what's happening? I'm not getting as much customers as I want. What exactly is the problem? And then you decide that I must have information on how we get these bags. I must have information on what happens. You understand me? So you go to ChatGPT and you ask it. I'd like to understand a few things about how my customers are. I'm a small business owner that works in Lagos, that runs out of Lagos. I want you to craft me the customer persona for who would buy handbags from me. And right in your presence, you see your ChatGPT and tell you that, okay, your customer person, your ideal customer will be somebody between, let's say, 19 to 26 that probably has a job, that probably earns X amount of money, that probably lives here. So once you have this data, once you have this information, it makes it easier for you to target your marketing, target your activities to the right people. It makes absolutely no sense and it's a waste of effort for you to start selling bags that a lady of 25 would like to a lady of 55. They are two different markets. They are two different people. You would not sell what a younger person would like to an older person. Most of us right now might feel that, yes, I know this, but as a business owner, especially the small business owner, it doesn't usually occur to most people. And trying to build a customer persona the regular way is a tad difficult because you have to draw up of so much data that you might not have access to as a small business owner. But as a small business owner that works with AI, you can use AI, you can ask AI that question because the AI is trained on vast amounts of data that you don't have access to. So you're a small business and you're thinking, okay, how do I increase my sales? How do I increase my this? Who is my idea? Who are my customers? Who are the people that will buy from me that I can find them? AI makes that easy. And once you now use this AI to get this data-driven insight, it makes your decision making better. Because once you ask your AI that, okay, AI, ChatGPT, I want to start selling shoes and bags to women in Lagos. Who are going to be my ideal customers? I am X amount years, I'm maybe 27 years old. I am a graduate. I've done this, and I want to sell to people in Lagos. Who do you think will be my ideal customer? Craft me my customer persona, and it crafts it out for you. Based on that, you know what to sell to your customers. You're not just shooting in the dark. You're not guessing what your customers will like. You're not guessing what your customers will not like because you have the information right now. You have something that has the knowledge of close to 1 million people, that has the knowledge of over 20, 30 years of data right in your hands. The next thing I'm talking about is unlocking innovation. We are in the market right now that innovation rules. Some people might feel this is not true, business is not true, but there's no difference between you and your competition. There's no difference between GTB and Access Bank. There's no difference. The only difference is, how does Access Bank make me feel? How does GTB make me feel? Because of how innovative these companies are. How do they think outside the box? So as a small business owner, you must understand that you are dealing with giants in the industry. You're dealing with bigger people there. So once you have somebody that's telling you that, once you have a tool that can automate your repetitive tasks, you have your AI that can give you data bound insights, you can bring up new ideas. You can bring up innovative ways to sell to your customers. Once you know that my customers are between the age range of 19 to 28, it suddenly makes your marketing easier, your sales plan easier, the goods that you buy easier, because you know who you are looking for, you know what you are looking for. And last but not least, as a small business owner, it reduces cost and risk. What do you mean by cost? The items I just mentioned right now, let us say, for example, you're a small business owner, I want to start selling handbags. I like to use handbags as an example because I believe that it's something most women can key into. Or you're a guy that wants to start selling, let's say, shoes for guys. Right now, if you don't have an AI tool that can help you generate content daily, it will be hectic for you. It will increase your cost. If you say, okay, I can't do this myself, let me hire someone as a content creator, you will pay that person. It increases your overhead and cuts into your profits. If you don't have the data to know who your customers are, you will carry a shoe that a 45-year-old man would find nice, and you can give it to a 25-year-old guy. And then you start saying, my business is not booming. Why? Because you are not working with data. You are basically shooting in the dark. And because you don't have this data, your decisions will be flawed. And because they are flawed, you cannot be innovative. So what does that mean at the end of the day? Your cost will go high. You'll be paying a social media manager for something that if you yourself have the knowledge to do, you can do yourself. You'll be taking unnecessary risk because you don't know. And because you don't know, your business falters. And then it looks as if you're not good at it. It looks as if you're not trying enough. But again, it's not your fault. It's because you don't know. So right now, this is one of the importance why we have to understand how AI works and how we can use it in our personal businesses. So I would like to give examples of businesses that have used AI across Africa in particular. I am Pan-Africanist. As much as I respect the West, I respect what they do, I am Pan-Africanist. I feel that we should use these technologies we can replicate them here and try to make our country and our continent better. A good example is Yoko, a new POS company that is in South Africa right now. They use AI to do their fraud detection. What do I mean? If you remember that I said at the beginning of this class, AI is good at noticing patterns. AI is good at predicting, at knowing, because once it notices patterns, it can guess what will happen next. And for a company that is in the financial sector where you have to do POS, and we understand that POS fraud seems to be the new type of fraud right now, Yoko has learned to leverage on AI, on machine learning, to predict, to know that, okay, 2 months ago, we got a complaint from this POS that it was used for fraud. 3 months ago, we got a complaint from you. 4 months ago, we got a complaint for you. And human being would forget, because the brain can only take so much information, but the AI will not forget. So next time when the POS for Mr. Ajani Koko seems to have an irregular inflow, the AI flags that says this person has an irregular inflow and he has a pattern of fraud activities. Please be careful. So what does this do? It reduces the risk for Roku. For Yoko rather, it reduces their regulatory issue that they have with their regulators. That is how AI works for you. And also for inventory management. Once you have your Excel sheet that is set up, your inventory, we have this, we have that, we have this, it just automatically takes it over for you. Another company again is another online delivery company called Bloom and Wild. Yes, using company, yes. So I would quickly round up right now. Bloom and Wild. They also use AI to design. They use chatbots for their customer inquiries, as I said earlier, for customer service. Ooh, hello.
We can hear you.
Are you still there, please? Okay, please kindly give us a few minutes to check on what is the challenge with him.
Hello?
Please hold on while we get the trainer back online.
Hello, can you all hear me?
Yes, we can hear you. We can hear you.
Network just went off. I don't know what happened.
Hello? This is obviously the network, but I think you can share your screen now.
Okay, can you all see my screen now?
Hello?
Hello?
Yes, we can hear you, but your screen is yet to be shared.
Okay, my screen. I'm not sure.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yes, Akin, we can hear you. We're about to start. Kindly mute your microphone. If you have any questions, chat in the chat room. Okay, we can see your screen now. You can continue.
She shouldn't bring it, please. Yeah. Okay, can you all hear me now?
Loud and clear.
Okay, so let's quickly go through. I don't want to keep us waiting for so long. So right now, what's your AI as now? What are these things that you use? I'm sure you're all hearing it. AI, this, AI, that. Now, as a small business owner, you need to be out there. The world needs to know you. everybody needs to see you. So it can be very hectic. So there are a couple of tools that are free. Like some are free, some are paid for that I can use.
Hello?
Hello? Hello?
Go on.
Okay. So there are a couple of tools that I can use. I initially wanted to use a tool called Food Sites, but in preparation for this class, Food Sites was giving me issues when I was trying to sign up. So I had to not use Food Sites, to use Simplified. I use both of them. Now, I would like to show us what Simplified can do. Sorry, just 1 minute. Okay. Just 1 minute, please. So basically, with Simplified, you can schedule your social media posts across various platforms. Let's say, for example, you have, okay, yeah, so here it is. Let's say, for example, you have a Facebook page, you have an Instagram page, you have a page for on LinkedIn. It can be quite hectic to share across these platforms because it's not so easy having to maintain all of that. With Simplified, you can get all of this done at one place. You generate your content and you link up your accounts to you link up your accounts to each of them, and voila, you are good to go. So you schedule it on Mondays, Wednesdays, Fridays. Can you all see my screen?
We can only see the presentation, the PowerPoint presentation.
Oh,
so yeah.
Okay.
So you can reshare your screen so we can see the present screen now. I think you have to stop sharing this one and then share again.
Okay, so I'm sharing now. Okay, so can you all see my screen now?
Not yet.
How about now?
Okay, it's coming up. It's coming up.
Okay. Can you all see my screen now?
Not okay. Yes, we can see it now.
Okay, thank you. So this is how you get in. This is the interface for Simplified. So as you can see that right here, here's my personal company where I'm running. So I've linked up my LinkedIn, my Facebook, and my Instagram. So what does this mean? So let me just give you a good example of my LinkedIn. So I'll click my LinkedIn. The network is a bit slow. Okay, so as I was saying earlier, you can link up 3 of your socials for your company. So once you create your content in one place, you can all generate it to all of these places. What does this do for you? It makes it easier to be on track of of your content online. It makes it easier to meet new customers. It makes it easier to get your brand out there in the open. Why is that so? Because you are leveraging on social media. Now, Simplified is free. You have a free trial period for a couple of months, for at least 2 or 3 months at most, for a free trial period for those 3 months. And that is the period when your business needs to be in the faces of people. That's when your business needs to be in people's presences. Now with Simplify, you just go in there, you sign up with your Google Gmail account, and that's all. The beautiful thing is you can even use the Simplify app to create content. For example, you can see this here. Let me create a new post. Can you all hear me? And can you all see my screen?
Yes, we can.
Okay, so I'm just trying to create a new post. Today is Friday, right? So let's call it throwback.
Today is Thursday.
Sorry, today is Thursday, rather. Throwback Thursday. So basically, I schedule it. You can see right here at the top of the screen that my LinkedIn is linked, my Facebook is linked, and my Instagram is linked. So I can schedule this for any time that I want to do. I pick a picture. That's all. You can even turn it. You can even turn pictures into text. You can even turn text into pictures. That's all. And I schedule it and I put it up on there. That's all. I can even make a reel. I can make a story. I can do anything I want to do. So these are tools that I believe that we should all have as small business owners, because you are leveraging on AI to meet a wider audience. So let me not take too much of our time. Let me quickly go back to our slide. But does anybody have any questions about how to use Simplify? Does anybody understand what I said here? Hello? Hello? Nobody can hear me.
We can hear you. I guess if they have questions, they would notify us. Yes.
Okay, no problem. So let me quickly go back to our slide so we can quickly end. Okay, so as I said earlier, so you can also use Buffer, just like Simplify. Then for your content creation, you can use Grammarly to create content. That's not so hard. You can also use Jasper. For customer service, you can use what we call man chats. It's just that you don't have enough time today. I would have loved to go into some more detail, but I hope that management gives me another time to come back here again, because I really hope to have enough time to go into most of these things in detail. But I just hope we are taking notes of these things. Now, for some paid tools, you have what they call Zoho Analytics. It helps you analyze your website traffic, your marketing campaign, and your sales data, but you have to pay. You have Paystack. If you have an online store that is linked to Paystack, you have Paystack Insight that helps you to analyze your data to understand your customers better. Now, the beautiful thing is that you can now take the data that Paystack gives you and give that same data to either your AI tool, your ChatGPT, your Bard, or anything to analyze this information for you and to explain them to you in a way that you can understand. That's the beauty of it. Now you can get virtual assistants. There's Amy by XAI to help you schedule meetings and meet with customers. Then you can also use photo for designing. You can also use, the beautiful thing is the list is quite non-exhaustive. You can also use Microsoft Copilot for designing to make text to images. You can cut out using graphic designers by learning to use Microsoft Copilot, the designer app, to work. I'm going to give us a good example. A good example is a company called Klarna. Is a Swedish company. Klarna went live this year, and Klarna is a proof of what you can do with AI. Klarna is a company that is an e-commerce company that does buy now, pay later. So they discovered that it would be difficult for them to challenge the bigger guys in the industry. So they used AI. They got a new AI chatbot for themselves. They customized it to their own intent. And what did they do? It made all of their work easier. Their customer service is totally taken over by AI. AI automates everything for them. And right now they are going public, and they have set to make close to $40 million in profit. That could be you. You can do the same thing too. There's nothing that Klarna can do that you can't do. So their challenge was how to personalize the shopping experience, they boost sales conversion, and to optimize operations. And AI made everything possible for them. So this is basically a breakdown of it. The issues they had with cash, issues they had with kind. They needed to make more money. And then, as I said earlier, you can use them as data-driven decision making. You can identify your business goals. What challenges do you face? You have to understand your business very well. Is it that you have a problem with understanding your customers? You have a problem with getting content? You have a problem with marketing? You have a problem with sales? You have to know what are your problems. Then you can ask AI to fix them for you. Can you all still see my screen?
Yes, we can.
Okay. So last but not the least, I want to state that you start small and scale. You have to begin with a small area. It's easy to get overwhelmed with using these things. You can also invest in data making, take better records for your company. Be keen on taking data. How many bags did you sell today? How many goods did you get? What is the color of the goods you got? The customer that bought the last time, what did he buy? What is his name? Where does he live? What's his phone number? Get to understand your customers better. Don't just sell and say, I'm selling. Get to understand your customers better. This is data that will be needed in the future. As a person, you also have to embrace continuous learning, develop your data skills, and focus on problem solving. You're a small business owner. Your nature will be to how to solve problems for your customers, how to get things done for your customers. Last but not the least, this is something I just want us to understand, that with great power comes responsibility. It's the onus is on all of us to be responsible users of AI, not just to use AI for mundane things that will come to affect humanity in the future. We have to be responsible. We have to understand how AI works. We have to understand that we must use AI for things that benefit all of us. And we have to understand that the importance of privacy and security. Must make sure that the privacy of our customers that use your services is not leaked, and you don't know if everybody gets your customers' information. I think that will be all. I'm trying to round up so I don't take your time, because I feel that I have less than 4 minutes left. If anybody has any questions, please, I would like to take them on now.
Okay, thank you very much. There is one question in the chat room, and it says, how do experts get the AI specified app?
I didn't get that, please.
How do experts get the AI specified app? I hope, honestly, I think his name is Honesty. Yeah, Honesty, can you rephrase your question? Rephrase your question, and let's understand you better. Okay, and is there any other person with questions? Feel free to chat in the chat room, and let's respond to that. We have less than 3 minutes to go. Okay, somebody says, as a graphic designer, how do you use AI to leverage such competitive market?
Thank you very much. As a graphic designer, this is a very wonderful question. It means that this person is thinking. As a graphic designer, first of all, I want you to learn how to go on Google and search for stable diffusion. Go to stable diffusion, register there. Go to Midjourney, register there. Then you can also go to Microsoft Copilot. I'm sure that you're an expert graphic designer. You understand how these things work. You understand how images are made. So you will learn how to tell the chatbot, this is what I want you to do. With stable diffusion, you can make amazing images. With Midjourney, you can make amazing detailed images that even you will be shocked that this is what I can do. So I would recommend 3 things for you as a graphic designer. Go online and join Midjourney, join Stable Diffusion, and join Runway ML. Then you can also join Microsoft Copilot. Use the Microsoft Designer tool on Copilot. And I promise you, when you do these things, 3 days later, you yourself will be shocked at how much output you can give out and how much power you have between your hands. I hope that answers your question.
Okay, thank you very much.
Somebody
and
says,
the very last
as a person
question,
who does
yes.
a lot of academic, which AI tool? Yes. Now, AI tool, you are going to tell your AI, if you use Grammarly would detect if it was written by AI. However, let me give you a little secret. When you are writing with your AI tool, whatever you're using, you will tell it the polling prompt. Write like a human. Do you understand? Once you tell it to write like a human, it will not write the way a machine would. It will write the way a human being would. So please try to include that prompt in your prompt for it. Tell it to write like a human. You will notice that there will be a difference. So you use Grammarly once again to check it out to see how it comes like. Oh, the 4th one, I said try Stable Diffusion, try Runway ML, try Microsoft Copilot. There's a design on it, a design feature on Microsoft Copilot. I think that should be all. Thank you very
All
much.
right.
I appreciate you guys. I'm really grateful for this opportunity. So please choose your destiny. You will never lose. Please just try it out. I think that will be all.
Okay,
Thank
thank
you
you
very much.
so very much. Thank you so very much, Tonye, for this very insightful seminar. I believe everybody got value for your time. We try to keep this webinar, rather, we try to keep this webinar very brief, within 1 hour. However, we would have more of these programs or webinars coming up. Just keep an eye on our social media handles and to be well informed when we prepare for the next webinar. And of course, because we're limited by time, that's why we didn't go into details using other or giving examples with other applications. And some of you have asked questions that are very vital, and Tonye has given answers to the kind of tools to use depending on what you want. But this 1 hour is not enough. So keep an eye on our social media handle for you to join the next webinar we would have. And also speaking on programs, I'll be sharing my screen now. Can you, Tonye, can you kindly stop sharing so I can share my screen? Okay. All right, I hope you all can see my screen. So speaking about trainings, we have an upcoming 12-week certificate course coming up and starting in the month of, excuse me, starting in the month of June, right? So please do well to register. Mercy, can you share the link in the chat room? For those of you who got value for this webinar today, this is just very brief and we didn't have enough time, but in this 12-week certificate course, we'll take you into details, practicals on different courses. And we're talking about international standard organization management systems, as well as business analysis and lots more. This is going to be for 12 weeks, but it's highly packed. And guess what? It is 100% tuition free again. And at the end of the program, you get a certificate. Okay. And for those who missed out on today's, from the beginning on today's webinar, feel free to visit or join our or rather subscribe to our YouTube channel. We would upload the recording of today's webinar there so you can watch and look at the examples again and get value from it. So follow us on all our social media handles so you get updated with the latest information. We shared earlier on the group admission link for those who wish to study at Transformation College for the 2023-2024 academic session. Do not sleep on this. It is 100% tuition free. Like I mentioned earlier, we are an NGO college and we are passionate about helping the general public to gather quality education that will stand them out from the rest of the people out there. Okay, so please, if you have any inquiries, feel free to call us. You can take a screenshot. Feel free to call us, visit our website to know more. And of course, click on the registration link to register for the 2023-2024 academic session. And I would go back to the social media handles. You can take a screenshot again to keep you reminded of our social media handle. So once again, thank you so very much, Tonye, and we look forward to having you again soonest to discuss other areas of AI or other topics entirely that will be beneficial to our listeners. And to our listeners, thank you for being with us today in this webinar. We look forward to seeing you sometime soonest. Okay, so we've come to the end of today's webinar, and thank you very much, and see you some other time. Have a great day ahead. Bye. And please do not forget, we've shared on the chat room. You can give us your feedback. Click and give us your feedback on how you feel or felt about today's webinar, areas you want us to improve, and we will serve you better next time. So thank you very much, and do have a wonderful day ahead.